Hello! It's been a while since I made a seasonal manifesting heart's truth video, and I'm so excited. I got some hot water and oat milk, and it's so good. I love it. Okay, so what we're gonna do, what we've been doing, right, is using the Sacred Rebels, or working with the beautiful Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. The season that I'm in right now is making peace. Making peace. And rather than fighting. And it's come up strongly and obviously because of the situation of the world, things that I disagree with, and this desire coming within me to fight against, to resist. Right, when there's going to be a war or a fight, they send in the resistance, right? And I think resisting is something that is perceived as not really fighting, but I do think it's a part of the fighting energy, the standing against energy, rather than making peace with. And what does making peace with something mean? For me, it means knowing your place. And when I say that, it triggers old concepts of what knowing your place means. Know your place, stand down, kind of. Don't express yourself, your individuality. Know your place. Be disciplined, not in the form of committed practice, which is then being disciplined, but violent discipline, punished discipline, that kind of distortion of what discipline means and what knowing your place means. And it's seeing them for what they are. And I think it's beautiful because we are moving into the age of Aquarius, which I already thought we were in the age of Aquarius. I don't know if that's just me. I really thought we were already in the age of Aquarius because I've seen it all over. Information age, we're in the age of Aquarius. And then now people are when Saturn and Jupiter conjunct, then we're going to be in the age of Aquarius. I've been in the age of Aquarius. I don't know about you, but... yeah, and then Uranus is also in Taurus, so it's this newness, this revolution, this rebirthing energy, rebirthing of yourself, of concepts of what it means to make peace, what it means to know your place, what it means to be disciplined. And I feel Aquarian energy is very focused on language, the power of language and how we communicate with each other. And I feel the Aquarians that I know have been very particular with their wording, and particular with the way they communicate, to really communicate what it is that they intend to communicate, and then having this observation of how the other person is perceiving what they're saying. At least that's my experience with some of the Aquarian beings that I've had the joy and pleasure of meeting. And so discipline, the way I see it, is when you're committed to something and you're persistent. Discipline also comes from the word disciple, which means a follower of light, according to Skylar Akamesis, who's a Theta healer practitioner. She's a nutritionist and life coach, and I absolutely love her. I have yet to meet her. But she's definitely helped me a lot with I watch so many YouTube videos about healing. It's been Theta healing, now it's Metaphysical anatomy. And I'm taking notes in this delicious new book that I got from my mom, and I'm so grateful for, with new pens as well. And for me, it's about really being joyful right now. That's part of the making peace process, making peace with yourself, making peace with who you are, who you've been, to really move into who you want to be. Because if you're trying to fight who you've been or who you are, then what room do you have, what energy do you have to really step into who you want to be? Making peace means creating space. It means not only physical space or mental space or emotional space, but also the energy to then enjoy that space because you're not using the energy on other things. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what else was I talking about? Knowing your place. I feel like when you practice self-love and self-awareness, you get to know yourself. You get to know the things about you that aren't so good, or that haven't been so positive, so parts of you that you'd rather keep in the shadow, keep in the parts where you don't see them, but it's like, that's what shadow work means. It's like looking at things that haven't been looked at in a while. And the more you can do that with love for yourself, with compassion, holding a space of unconditional love, like what I really recommend also is a lot of people, spiritual people, I don't think don't pray. I didn't, at least. Until recently, I realized that praying isn't just within religion and to a specific God. It's also, you can do it to, it's like communicating with something that is beyond sight. For example, unconditional love. So what I recommend is like holding, like you can close your eyes and then be like, okay, to the energy of unconditional love, the presence of unconditional love. This is what I've been going through. This is what I've done. And it's different from like the space of forgive me. It's like, I'd like to forgive myself, you know? And then doing that with unconditional love, can you teach me to forgive myself and to see the beauty in myself and to see how that experience has served me, how I've grown wiser through those experiences, how I've learned to see what things I want to move forward, what things I don't want to move forward with. Like, often we go through experiences, and if you feel guilty about it, it's because you have some conscious about that wasn't the best thing you could have done. And I love the quote by Maya Angelou, when you know better, you do better. So like, as you grow and look back at your journey before, don't judge yourself with your current state of awareness and being, because you know better now. So of course you today wouldn't do that. So coming from that perspective is a good thing, because it means you know better now. But also if you look back at where you've been, your journey, then look at yourself with unconditional love, with the presence of, that was what I did to be where I am now, to learn where I am now, to forgive yourself or to forgive others as well. And that's part of also knowing your place, is really, I feel, getting to know yourself truly. And in that, if someone else comes and tells you, you should be doing this or that, you have that knowing of, I know my place, I know what I'm doing here, I know what I bring to the world, which is my true self. I know my true self. I'm getting to know my true self, because we're always growing, always evolving, always blooming. And so then you don't take on other people's perceptions, because you know your place, you know. And that's also part of making peace. When you're able to make peace with the environment, the situation, the person, yourself, even the parts that you disagree with, in a way that let's see. I don't know why I have this Destiny's Child song in my head. And now the fellas, if a girl was your friends, cause it's 11:30 and the club is jumping. I don't know why. So good. So good. Alright. Making peace. Knowing your place. Discipline. The first card to come through is Softly, Softly, the Tender Touch. Ooh, this one is speaking to healing for me. Yeah, I did want to say thank you. I did want to say that I really recommend looking into a metaphysical anatomy and theta healing if you're interested in getting help, seeing that you can make a difference in a playful way, in a very new way as well. I was watching Barbara, who's like an astrologer on YouTube, with a deep connection with the Pleiadians, and she talks about, like, she channels, and she talks about the Aquarian age being an age of newness, and to be open for something new within yourself, within your life. And then I was watching Opal Oracle, and she was sharing that Uranus will be going direct in February. And to also be open for something new. I feel like she was saying the same thing. And I think healing is very great because you're allowing yourself to meet with yourself in new ways. Like, what does healing mean? If you think about the etymology of the word, it's he, all, ing. And I feel like it speaks to recognizing the all within yourself. And also what we've been speaking about earlier, what I've been sharing is really holding space for all of you, and a big part of healing is letting go. Letting go of the things that aren't yours, trauma, stress that you've taken on from other people or situations. Even times when you felt like it was too much to handle. Sometimes you left a part of yourself in the experience, or it's like a dissociating, trying to get away from the event, which kind of Evette talks about it, and Teal talks about it as soul fragments. I feel like I've heard it in theta healing as well. And there are different healings where you practice returning, calling them back to you. And I think we can do that now, actually. So we're just going to start with taking a deep breath. And just keep breathing as deeply as feels good for you, with gratitude for your body. Inhaling love, exhaling love. And we can imagine that we have a star shining in our hearts. A beautiful bright star shining in our hearts. It's the presence of unconditional love. It's the presence of our true essence. And we can imagine that this star is expanding, 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 becoming bigger and brighter as it passes the size of our body. We feel our whole body come alight with this pure, bright white light, which is unconditional love. It is our pure essence. And you can keep imagining that this star expands as grand as you want. And I call on the presence of unconditional love to fill my body, to surround my body with unconditional love in the highest and best way, with ease, with grace, and with joy. And whatever way you're imagining this, feeling this, seeing this, sensing this is right for you, enjoy it as much as possible. Feel free to smile. Through the power of unconditional love, you can call on all aspects of yourself that you've left with other people, with other situations. You can welcome them back to you through this bright light that surrounds you, which is source energy, so that it is cleansed and cleared of anything that is not yours and brought to you to integrate fully with your body, again, in the highest and best way, with ease, with grace, and with joy. So you may feel the power of your truth, of your pure essence. You may feel more relaxed. You may feel more energized. You may feel more present, more full, true with yourself, loved, supported. You can feel free to share if there is something you want to share with this presence of unconditional love, and know that it is always available to you. This is something you can do for yourself as well. Unconditional love, like stillness, is always present, holding room for all of us to be lovingly. With gratitude, you can take a deep breath. With gratitude, you can let go of anything that you've been holding on to and return it to their rightful owners, or to straight to source in the highest and best way, and also through this white light that surrounds you, so that it is cleared, it is cleansed on its way to the rightful owner, or directly to source. Feel free to let go. You can shake a little bit, shake it up, let it go with gratitude. Yes, amazing. That feels so good. Deep breath again. Feel free to pause if you need to let go of more stuff. If you feel like crying, let yourself feel, let the emotion move through you, so that your physical body can complete the experience of that emotion and really let go of it. Crying is as natural as laughing. It's a physical response. It's a part of our physical expression. It's a part of our divinity as well. And I know we've been told and thought otherwise, but it's time for us to return to a loving relationship with ourselves as divine beings, as physical beings, to really experience our divinity in this physicality and beyond. Absolutely. Amazing. All right. Deep breath in with gratitude. A smile and some love for yourself. Love for the all that is. I'm sending you love as well, with gratitude for your presence. Deep breath. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. So good. All right, that was fantastic, marvelous. Now let's get the card for, I wonder if we leave this here for now, and then I'll continue the rest of it, because I want to share this on YouTube, and then I'll continue the next part of this reading on my Patreon, Manifesting Heart's Truth. Let me know if you'd like a separate, like just the extended version of this reading. If you'd like just that one on its own, then I can make that one its own digital product on my website. If not, you can find it on Manifesting Heart's Truth on Patreon, which is patreon.com/selfunity. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this met with you in the highest and best way, with ease, with grace and love. May you feel loved, may you feel at home within yourself and within this existence that we share. I love you so much. Thank you for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. I appreciate it so much. And happy holidays if we don't see each other before the holidays. See ya.